Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. We are here taking your phone calls about sports. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number. It's the Bordas & Bordas hotline number. You can also tweet us at KDPomp, at Gene Collier, and we have a lot to get into today. Actually, we don't, but we're going to tell you that we do so that you call us and you can
into it anyway.
We are. So Gene Collier,
plenty of open lines right now. So.
The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, outstanding sports columnist. Gene, I want to talk about Todd Haley. Finally met with the media today in Cleveland, and he did say some interesting things. Nothing that you wouldn't expect about getting a new job with a new team and what he wants to accomplish. But he said he kind of sensed something was up with the Steelers, and he knew that because last season in the offseason he didn't get extended. And typically when you're 1 year out, they extend. They chose not to extend him, so he knew the writing was on the wall, and he knew that it was coming.
Well, I guess you can feel these things coming when the quarterback requests that Randy Fichtner come down to the sideline to be kind of a buffer between him and the offensive coordinator. Never a good sign. And, I mean, good luck to Todd. I like Todd. And you fans in Cleveland, say goodbye to the quarterback sneak. That's all I got to say.
Well, Cleveland has a lot to worry about, so that would be minute compared to some of the other things they are worried about. And, Todd Haley could be in a good role there because if they start badly again, Hugh Jackson's there, but if they make a change, he could be an interim coach. Who knows where that would take him as a head coach if things change up there in Cleveland. We'll see. 412-575-2600. We're also talking about the Penguins as they won their 9th in a row last night at home. They'll go for number 10 tomorrow against the LA Kings. And during that game, Dion Phaneuf, right in the middle of the game, and Phil Kessel, reporter Phil Kessel, broke the news to reporter Bob Airy that Phaneuf had left the game and was traded. So in between periods, whether the trainers got together and talked about it, whatever the case may be, Phaneuf is now with Ottawa. I don't know what you thought of Ottawa. When we saw them last year in the spring in that best of 7, they were really good and loaded. And I thought they would be a factor this year. They've been terrible, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah, I cannot figure out Ottawa at all. Really, an inch from being in the Stanley Cup Finals, and they come out to this season. They've been out of it, since Christmas. Really, they can't wait for it to be over. I'm surprised, really.
So the Penguins, Gene, are 12 days away from the trade deadline, and we thought a while ago, at the end of December, that Jim Rutherford would be busy. Quite frankly, 2 of his acquisitions have been really good. Riley Sheahan has really settled in here nicely and become the third-line center that you would have expected to replace a Nick Bonino or a Matt Cullen or whatever. He's done well, and I really like what he's done. So I don't feel the need that I once did. And I thought Jamie Alexiak has been more than better than a lot of guys they have on his team, which is saying something because they're pretty deep defensively. So what would you do if you're GM, JR?
Well, both those players that you mentioned, Bob, Alexiak and Sheahan, really good illustrations of just how good Jim Rutherford is. I mean, Sheahan came over here with having scored hardly at all, and it takes somebody like Jim Rutherford to see in him the player that has emerged here in the last month or so. So all credit to him. And the same with Alexiak, although not to as dramatic a degree, but he has been a really good addition.
Yeah, good skater.
I don't see the Penguins in need of anything in particular. I still think he'll do something because he always does, but does he have to? I don't think he does.
No, and the one thing that they've done over the last couple of years that they probably should do again if possible, let young players play. Guys who don't make a lot of money, who come in and contribute, and when they do, you don't expect it necessarily, but they raise their level of play to seize the opportunity. We saw that last night with Zach Aston Reese. We saw it last year with Jake Gensel. We saw it the year before with a foursome of players, including Kuhnhackl, Rust, Sherry, and Scott Wilson.
That tells you what a great organization that is.
But when you do that, you get those guys at low prices because they haven't yet embarked on the kind of contracts they're going to eventually maybe get. And so that allows you to continue to be top heavy with salary. And that's why those guys can hang around here. So it's a great mixture right now for them.
Absolutely. And, it happens year after year now that people who come up to play from Scranton Wilkes-Barre, they play great, almost every one of them. I mean, they go up and down a lot, but everybody who comes to Pittsburgh knows how to play.
We're going to take a break here. We'll take your phone calls next. 412-575-2600. Call us on the Bordas & Bordas hotline. We're talking about that. If you would like to engage in some pirate talk or whatever the case may be, please let us know right here, right now. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.